Alright guys, so today we bought something new to me anyway. It's not new, it's far from new. Got a new farm truck, 2000 Chevy 3/4 ton, 225,000 miles on it. Got some cancer on it here and there, but that might get fixed this winter. Next time the boss lady goes riding horse, I'm going to have her take this truck up with her and have my buddy look at it and see how much he would charge to do new cab corners and rockers. And then repaint the cab and front clip and put a flatbed on it. Then you can see the tires are about bald. No ball in the bed. Monday I got a call down to the local trailer place, and I'm going to see about getting a Kurt above bed ball, not a flip over ball, it's just a gooseneck plate and brake controller put in it. But it has 225,000 miles on it, and I just drove it an hour to get home and runs good and everything. I'll tell you guys a little story about it here in a minute after I get done showing it. It's just your basic work truck. Hand crank windows. Needs a new hood latch lever, that's broke. Needs the new controls for the heat. This is a non-air conditioned truck, which I really was a little upset when I went to test drive this truck with some issues that it had, but one of the reasons that I still bought it was because of that it's a non-air conditioned vehicle. I just don't care for air conditioning in the truck that I use for work. It's just one more thing to slow air down going to the radiator when you're pulling heavy loads. Otherwise it's your basic GM. It's got your tranny temp and all that good stuff. Just a plain Jane radio. No power windows or locks. None of that crap. It does have the passenger side exhaust manifold is cracked. You give me a good manifold to put on there if I want. But other than that, everything else seems to work. This knob right here turns funky, so I'm going to call Napa and see about getting a whole new control for in there. So yeah, it's just pretty much plain Jane work truck. That's all I wanted. This is replacing the Dodge for now. Get my hand in there, right? But as you can see, again, it doesn't have air conditioning. There's a lot more room in here because there's nothing taking up space there. This is the exhaust manifold that's cracked, which, if you guys can see it right down here, it's cracked right there. I don't smell exhaust or anything in the cab, so I'm not too worried about it. Actually sounds pretty cool the way it is, like an old farm truck. But yeah, so it doesn't have all the extra crap in front of the radiator. It's just the radiator and then the transmission cooler. I don't know much about the truck, honestly. I mean, the guy that I bought it from didn't have it for very long, so it's kind of buyer beware. But a little funny story about it. I test drove it 2 weeks ago, and in the process of test driving it, I pulled into a driveway to back up and turn around and go back, and it wouldn't back up. So needless to say, I waited 2 weeks to get this truck because it just had the transmission rebuilt in it. So that's one less thing to worry about. But it does need front shocks. Sway bar links are broke in the front. Other than that, it drives straight as an arrow. Take your hand off the steering wheel at 70 miles an hour and she continues on straight. But like I say, it does have rust on it, so I'm going to have a buddy of mine look at it and see what he would charge to do it over the winter. Put new rockers, cab corners. I don't know if he can just do outside bottom skins on the door or not. And then I want him to put the clearance lights on the roof. Do some work to it, fix it up, put a flatbed on, and all that fun stuff. So yeah, this is here right now to replace the Dodge. It's going to be my farm truck for right now. It's going to be the main farm truck. I am looking at another truck that will basically be just for work. It's not something I'd run to town. I'm just going to say it's quite a bit bigger than this. So anyways, this is going to be what it is, new farm truck. So 6-liter gas, 480 transmission, 4-wheel drive, floor shifter, 410 gears. Just pretty much what I was looking for just beating around the farm. I was kind of getting tired of driving the Dodge. This is so much more comfortable to sit in, drive so much nicer. So yeah, this is what we picked up today. So we'll know here by the end of fall. We'll know more about the truck, because then I'll put some miles on it and see if the motor burns any oil or anything. But the exhaust doesn't smell like antifreeze or anything, so I don't really think the heads are leaking at all. The other day when I test drove the first time, it was cold and it didn't have any lifter knock, so I don't know if the motor's been worked on or not. I'm assuming so, because my last GM that I had, 6-liter, that had lifter knock every time you started it, and that motor was untouched, and that one had 250,000. So I'm kind of thinking something's been done to this motor. But it's a regular cab long box. That's what I wanted, and it was cheap. So I only give a couple grand for it. So, and hopefully see how much it's going to cost, like I say, to get that cab all fixed up and then get all the rust repaired and painted and stuff. Hopefully that won't cost much more than $1,000. Flatbed for it is, they tell me, like $1,600. So, but that's the plan for it. Anyways, it's nothing fancy, but it's what I was looking for. Anyways, thanks for watching. See you guys.